Small minds cannot see a big plan.
Understand just how hard it is to work every single day to try to be great. Everybody is excited in the beginning.
So tell yourself the truth about the situation that you're in. That's what we need to do. And it should hurt a little bit, by the way. It should hurt a little bit. There should be aspects of your life that you know you can improve upon. That should hurt a little bit. Here's the cool thing. Take ownership of those things and guess what? It doesn't hurt at all. Now guess who's in control? You are. But if you're having trouble finding discipline, start by telling yourself the truth about what's going on.
Be prepared to be misunderstood. Anyone working on a big vision is going to get called crazy, even if you end up right. In our society, we often don't take on big things because we're so afraid of making mistakes that we ignore all the things wrong today if we do nothing.
No matter what, keep moving. Stopping is for quitters. If you lose, it's okay. As long as you keep going and as long as you keep moving. But if you lose and you stop, then you have failed.
Be willing to take risks, make sacrifices, be willing to take it, no hesitation. Don't do something, you do something because you have to do it. Do something to take a step out of the line, move away from the ordinary.
In order for a man to gain his life, he must lose his life. So you've got to be willing to die to who you are now, to give birth to who you are to become.
How much longer are you going to wait to demand the best of yourself? We all know we have potential. We all know we have things we need to stop doing. We all know we have things that we should start doing, but we tell ourselves we'll do it later. But will you?
If you want to achieve success, you're going to have to pay the price. And it won't be cheap. It'll be tireless nights, long days, isolation, loneliness, tribulation, heartaches, headaches, and a lot of pain. But on the other side of pain is pleasure. On the other side of pain is success.
Doing the same things, hoping to be a better person. Expecting the same things out of the externals, hoping that would be different. Only way that you can conquer yourself and to move past this is the renewing of one's mind.
Be powerful. See yourself becoming that person. The person you wanted to be. The person you will become. Practice. Patience. Progress. Make through. Take yourself through the barrier. The barrier you built years ago. Constructed from self-doubt, lack of confidence, and mistakes. Don't move past it. Don't wait outside it. Break it. Destroy it. Demolish it.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win.
You can have what you want in 5 years, but there's two conditions. You have to know what it is, and you have to aim at it. Figure out what you want. Write it down. Figure out what you could do to start moving towards that. Develop a vision, and you have to do that in dialogue with yourself, right? It's like, if I could have what I wanted, what would satisfy me? And you might think, well, I could never get that. And I could say, well, maybe not, but I'll tell you one thing, man. You can move towards it. And I know almost all the pleasure is in the moving toward.
If you can dream it, it can potentially become yours with the right energy input, the amount of work ethic necessary, and a good attitude. Understand that you have one life. How you live it is your choice, but life will pass you by. You don't want to be the person that wakes up 30, 40, 50 years from now and regrets what they did.
I always see those guys who come into the gym and they work intensely for just 1 3-hour session and then I never see them again. I see the guy getting up at 4 a.m. for a week and then he never does it again. But the guy who trains 1 hour a day consistently all year beats the other guys. The guy who wakes up at 6 a.m. every morning consistently beats the other guy. It's about consistency, consistently moving forward.
You're going to have days where you don't want to do anything. You're going to have days where getting out of bed is the hardest motherfucking thing you ever did in your life. You got to get the fuck up and you got to get in the fucking fight.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret. And that bill from regret is generational. And the only way that bill gets paid off is you got to be willing to make the hardest decisions.
Stop watching the clock. Instead, do what the clock is doing. Just keep going.
The reinvention occurs in the micro actions that you're taking every single day. The tiny little things that perhaps no one even notices that are creating muscle memory around new behaviors that perhaps are very uncomfortable to you. Tiny little things repeated over time is what produces dramatic change.
Who do you want to be? How do you want people to see you? Stronger, hardworking, successful? If you want people to see you like that you need to change.
When it hurts, just keep going. When you fail, just keep going. And when you fall, just keep going.